You want to learn 4 ways to do this very nasty leg lock? Check out this Estima video. What's up guys, Sandro here, Tum Energia Martial Arts. We're going to cover a very cool submission today. Now, fun fact, we're going to cover the Estima Lock. It was named after Victor and Braulio Estima, and they're both part of Gracie Barra. Little do you know that I am also still part of a Gracie Barra affiliation, and I used to start off in the gi, doing a lot of gi stuff at the Gracie Barra school. And the Estima Lock was one of the things that early on really caught my attention because I love leg locks and later on developed my no-gi game. I actually trained and met with Victor Estima, so it's a very cool submission. I think they developed it around 2008, 2009, where they had trouble with dealing with the inverted guard, the brothers, and they came up with this submission, and it was actually used pretty well throughout a lot of tournaments. Victor submitted Clark Gracie with it around 2014, I think. In 2011, they used it in all the competitions. For the newer grapplers out there, it's super cool to check out these fun facts, these things in history that made these submissions and these legacies. So go down the rabbit hole on YouTube for the Estima Lock. Today I'm going to show you 4 options. We're going to start off pretty easy. I'm going to start off in a reverse de la riva. This is a thing where a lot of people mess up. Yeah, when they put the foot, I actually discussed this in all my reverse de la riva videos and Kiss of Dragons and false reaps. I really am not a fan of posting this foot with the toes on the inside. Today we're covering the Estima Lock, but there's other options here as well. Very important thing to know before we get started, guys, is the legal thing with the Estima Lock. In IBJJF, especially in the gi, it is either considered an ankle lock or a toe hold. Now, in my opinion, it's more of a toe hold because you rotate with the foot towards the butt, and it should therefore be illegal. But in the IBJJF, it depends on the ref. So you could be lucky, go for a Estima Lock and it's considered an ankle lock, or it could be a toe hold and you get DQ'd if you're not allowed to do toe holds. Don't quote me on it, yeah, just be sure and be safe. Now the other problem is safety in training. The Estima Lock is, as we will see later, it's easy. You can defend it in a few ways, especially from this position. So I either have to snatch it on pretty fast, it's pretty fast and brutal submission. I think there are tons of videos out there where the Estima Lock's gone wrong. Or you don't do it in training, because if you do it slowly, you can just spin out. Now, if you just do it fast because you want to hit this in training, you're going to injure your partner. So please be warned and be safe. Yeah, don't do this on your friends. Now, the technique. For the Estima Lock, my partner's toes are around my hip, and I want them to get stuck in my abdominal region, in my belly here. I'm reaching on the outside, so his left leg, my right arm. On the outside, I'm going to reach around his leg, all the way deep with my elbow, and I'm going to go for this figure 4 grip. You can either control the heel here, sorry, the leg here, or just make a fist. It doesn't really matter, but I'm controlling here. Now the submission is not me lifting up, because you can put pressure here by lifting up and putting your belly down, but Sandro can elevate his hip to alleviate some of the pressure. Now if I'm tall and I just go all the way up, I might get a tap there, especially if you yank it, trust me, you'll get a tap. But I'm also putting myself in jeopardy of getting swept, maybe it slips out. So the way better way to do this, as Estima does, is to control the foot and pushing my belly forward as I lift the leg. Now it's not just lifting, as I just told you. As I push my belly forward, I'm gonna take a step and squat down here. That's what puts the pressure on. I combine it with a small lift and pushing my hips forward to rotate his toes all the way, like in a circle towards his hip. So it's hard to see because I'm stuck over, but his foot is here. Anytime I can get it trapped within my abdominal region, I control. I'm not lifting up. You can yank here, you might get a tap, but I'm stepping in, squatting in and pushing his toes down towards him with my belly as I just slightly lift the heel to submit him there. That's it. Now this gives you some space to see the technique, to feel the technique in a pretty controlled fashion, but it's a rare scenario and you have to rely on your partner making a mistake. I'm just gonna show you the defense first and then we're gonna go over some different techniques. The defense would be for Sandro to spin with the submission. This goes for most toe holds, because as I told you, it's kind of a toe hold. As I move him that way, he will just spin with the technique and then insert another de la riva hook or whatever. So this is a good drill if you want to defend the Estima Lock, to turn with the force of the toe hold and invert to the opposite leg. Yeah, that's why I should step in and really hit the submission to not give him a chance to do that. Now let's look into some variations where you can encounter this Estima Lock. Let's start off with a leg drag position. Sandro, if you come here, please. So if we're in a leg drag pass, if I'm controlling Sandro, now in the gi, I like to control the belt or the gi, put my elbow on his hip and reinforce that with my knee. So my knee is reinforcing my elbow. I'm not gonna go over leg drags today, sorry. The thing is, if I have good control over his leg, it's hard for him to get the knee back in between and I can start passing. What Sandro wants to do is get this leg back because he wants to re-guard in any way. He wants to maybe re-guard, put a foot on my hip, and start to AB back. So re-guard, boom, start to AB back and get back to his guard. My best advice would to prevent that and pass, obviously. But now as I feel him getting this leg back, his knee goes up, his foot comes in, I'm just gonna catch the foot here. Now we're in the same position. The foot is stuck on my belly. I'm gonna go with this figure 4. I can just lean in and submit there, but to prevent him from spinning or escaping, I like to use that foot, fall back and put it on the hip. And then I push in and go for this Estima Lock. So the finishing mechanics are the same. The entry is now from a leg drag. Now we can vary a little bit. We can do it from a leg weave. So in a proper leg weave, let's do it like this. I'm not even knee cutting. Let's go a bit more towards the camera so people can see what's happening. So I hope you guys can see this. If I'm knee cutting here with a leg pad, then I'm not really gonna put effort in passing. But it could be that he's lacing my leg here. We covered this in our Z-guard videos, like we're in this Z-guard position. I'm framing his hip, trying to leg weave pass, but I cannot lift my leg. Now he wants to get this hook back to insert a butterfly hook. It's super cool if you guys will try and link this to do our Z-guard video. It's a pretty cool video where you can see this Z-guard half butterfly entry and all the stuff we did with that. Now I don't want to give him this butterfly hook. So what I should do is I'm pushing this pressure down here to leg weave. Now if Sandro wants to push his knee to the left, so he's trying to do this, that should be really hard. But what isn't hard is to pull his leg out in a straight line. This is still possible. Now that's where I'll catch him, yeah? As soon as the leg comes out, I will catch it and put it in my belly. And we're back again, guys. Now I can just start going to this knee and lifting. I'm trying to get the finish there, but I'm not controlling his spin. So he could try and spin out of this and work. So what you could do is commit fully. This is what I've seen Brawlo do in some videos as well, in some old competition matches back in the day, is step back in and throw this leg over again and completely commit. Now you see him barely putting any pressure. There's already a lot of tension. So be careful with falling with the submission because there will immediately be pressure on the ankle. So that's the leg drag. That's the leg weave from the Z-guard. Let's do one more. Let's do a gi version. This is gonna be funny. Let's do a gi version without the gi. So in a knee shield or anywhere we're passing, yeah. If Sandro tries to go like from a leg weave, if Sandro tries to get my sleeve to insert a lasso. So we're here. He tries to control my sleeve and he tries to pummel his leg in to get a lasso in. Now guys, I need your imagination just for a little bit. We're in the gi now. So imagine him controlling my sleeve and trying to get this lasso grip here to start playing lasso guard. Yeah? From whichever position, whether I'm knee cutting or back in this half guard. So as I'm here, pinning and passing, he controls my sleeve and I know what's up. As he puts his foot in, I don't want it to get all the way underneath my armpit or into my elbow or here and turn my elbow outwards and start using the lasso. So as soon as that leg comes in, I'm just gonna disengage, catch it on my belly. Yeah? As I catch it, we're back in the Estima Lock and we're back with the full thing, inserting. Not falling backward, lifting up, but turning in, lifting and throwing my leg over to finish. I have some other options there from 50-50. We have more, but I wanna keep this video short. It's just a variation of a toe hold. Be careful drilling. Check the IBJJF rules for your local competition. Check out the history with the Estima brothers. Shout out Gracie Barra Oss. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Oss, see you in the next one.